And right about now, I want to introduce to you the David Tom Band.
Good evening, everybody.
Show you the new house in a minute. Can you hear me, guys? New time. Video. Fine. Okay. There's a pre-show.
Under skies like these in Oregon, we'll make our way to the sea. My love for her remains unerring. Please remember me. For 4 days we drove, not knowing which road would take us there. Then we saw the river before us and tasted that cool mountain air. Were as cold as ice and lemonade. My socks, they never got dry. And there was fishing, we were drinking and smoking, picking on Mike's lonesome lullaby. I long to smell that ponderosa rising high above me. Three sisters silhouette in the sunset brings full circle the tree. Goes back beyond my knowing, relatives long gone by. Now I know in my heart I've spoken, that tree will never die. Here that river is standing before me like it did so long ago. My friends, is our little story. We hope you like the way it unfolds. Thank you very much.
Horses and old men riding the changes that blow on the wind, wishing they could do it all over again. Old horses and old men dreaming of golden days from the past, a proud way of life that just couldn't last. They gave their all time and again. Old horses and old men, old horses, old men, set in their ways, remembering the thrill of those bygone days. Old horses, old men, ride out again, raring to start, but nearing the end. Oh, the rowdy and rambling tales as they could spin. Old horses and old men. They saddle up before daylight, a little bit stiff, but still full of fight. They come riding home around twilight. Old horses and old men. Time's moving on, they can't deny that. Life is a-changin', but they live in the past. Heroes with saddles and cowboy hats. Old horses and old men. Old horses, old men, set in their ways, remembering the thrill of those bygone days. Old horses, old men, again, raring to start, but nearing the end. Oh, the rowdy and rambling tales they could spin. Old horses and old men. And the old horse and the old man, they slowly wait. They're watching from over the top of the gate. A lifetime's gone by, now this is their fate. Old horses and old men. Remembering the old days, the things that they've seen. Even old horses and old men can dream of a time when proud men and horses were king. Old horses and old men. Old horses, old men, saddled once more, biding their time, but they're ready for war. Old horses, old men, ride out again. They're raring to start, but they're nearing the end. Oh, the rowdy and rambling tales they could spin. Old horses and old men.
To say I'm feeling better, getting used to spending all my nights alone. Wouldn't worry about it, I can do without it. I'm writing you to say I'm on the right track now. My anticipations keeps me smiling every time I think of you. I see morning showers while away the hours. Well, I'm writing you to say I'm on the right track now. I'm writing you to say I'm
We're going to get to hear Paul play alone just for a second here. He's going to start us off on Bill Monroe's On and On.
There we go. That was it. So, I don't know if Rose is here or not, but that's not my problem. Because it's late, and she's the one who complains about it being late. So anyway, hi. I had to give Stanley some treats there because I almost knocked him over. And I'm going to go into host intro 1. Countdowns are over, and I'll be right back. Oh, hi. Hey, how y'all doing? What's up? So here we go. You can see some of the Hobbit Den. And me looking in 2 directions. Which one's this? I'm confused too now. That's, yeah, okay. Make that bigger. And I can actually hear my mic. So do me this favor. Tell me if you're hearing my background. Susie, in the test, you heard me in the background, remember? Because I was on the playback of the phone because I couldn't get my other monitor working because the internet was. Part of the problem is there's loose cables in this closet, and Xfinity blames Siler. Siler blames Xfinity. It even has I'll show you later. Back there, it's like a hotel to get Xfinity in here. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So, hey, welcome. We took January off, and I had to because I was moving, but thank you all for joining. And let's see, the music that you heard, that was a couple of Live at the Majestic, David Tom. He has an whole album on YouTube. If you like it, remind me, and I'll share it. Margot, I'll tell you that scene 4 is where I loaded up the images in the slideshow where you'll start putting the info. So when you hear me say coming up scene 4 after scene 3 scenes, which is a bit from now, that's what we're going to do. A salute to Teatro Paraguas. So let me get my notes up real quick, and then we'll get going. I really don't know if Rose is here or not, but that's okay. So, let's see, this is our 13th monthly, first of 2022 in the white man's calendar. Welcome. And, here we go, as I happen, we can look around a little bit. Let me see what I want to get to what I'm doing. The errors I'm getting are a lot less bad than last night's errors. That's a beard. Okay, I have to be careful because these cords, so bear with me. And goodness gracious. All right. Don't look at that camera. That's going to make you look at it more. So the only question really about mic volume is if you're hearing me in the background and the echo-ish from the playback, but I don't think you are. It's very quiet. Just enough for me to hear it, I think. And now I don't. Yes, I do. Oh, I'm hearing horrible noises. Sorry. Oh gosh, I'm giving you terrible noises. Close your ears, I'm almost done. I'm sorry. There we go. Sorry. If you were looking for professionalism, you came to the wrong place. If you're looking for spontaneously getting back used to this fun, okay, there'll be no more of that scratching. I'm sorry. The king's having treats. This is the new Hobbit Den. These lights are evil, and I don't use them. They're like Uber LED. They're terrible. But anyway, we'll do more tours later. There's good lighting too. I should open that blind. The blinds are wonderful. I hear lots of going on. There's an artist who lives up there. Well, there's an artist, I guess, but a visual artist, and she definitely seems to get inspiration at 3 in the morning, and I hear it. She had a delivery at 3 in the morning the other night, and I heard it. So I don't care if they hear my music or not. They said, Rose is here. Hi, Rose. All right. Good. So thank you for letting me know that. You know that I care if you're here, even if I say I don't. Just finishing the intros. And like I said, I don't know where all of my clothes are, if I know where any of them are. But I do know. Look what I found. How about that for an outfit? This is from New Year's Eve. So obviously that was going to be handy because it was still in a bag. And that scarf is a spoiler. And all right. Enough of the tour for this time. Let's get into the first scene in just one sec as I tell you what it is. So we got this is a tribute to 13th, and we're going to carry on pretty much the last Saturday of the month. I say pretty much for one thing. Margot probably knows that. Pardon me. There's and then it'll be time as you watch the first scene once I finish yapping to get a drink. Yeah. Anyway, the computer camera looks pretty good there. I guess the better light, brighter. Not much on the walls yet. You can see into the bathroom. That's what kind of what I was nervous. So I was like, oh my god, do I actually have to shut the door? Luckily, it still hasn't shut because the few times someone's been here to help me move things, and Kian helped me put this together the other night because I really, really, really wanted to stay inside. Anyway, I can't close the bathroom door. I went to the bathroom while Kian was helping me build that, and it felt banging, and it wasn't the people upstairs. Yeah, delete your phone. Good job, Rose. I'm actually a lot calmer. I hope that's good. So, just getting in real quick. So we got, and Greg Turner was in the pre-show, as well as that. Oh, the Jim Jones show, the Jim Jones song. He just won Best Song. He co-wrote that with Deanna McCall and I think the slideshow with the Houstons. They got awards. I know the White Walls. That's part of why I haven't put anything of it, besides having time. I can't, there, at least it's off-white, not Insane Asylum white. And the lighting, I'm working on it. I have a lamp to open. I've got more things. Anyway, congrats to Jim Jones for winning an award for that song in the pre-show, and the Western Award, and then Red Shuttleworth. When we get to his poetry towards the end, Red Shuttleworth, I haven't met yet, but I waited the other night on Kirk and Sheila Ellis. Kirk Ellis, I have a secret in my head that I won't say until it's not a secret around April. But he has been posting Facebook photos. He's finally got a new project. He's the one who produced and wrote John Adams for HBO with Paul Giamatti that had Tom Hanks and that was produced with Tom Hanks and his main partner Getzman and Spielberg, the terrific. Oh no, Spielberg didn't do that. That's specific. The other guy was here. Anyway, Kirk Ellis, great guy with his wife. And I had just been looking at his photos. It was really funny timing because for like a week I was getting notifications. Kirk is in Europe posting publicly. So his scouting for a new project. He had announced a while ago he was going to do the Netanyahu story. It was pretty clear, given that it was castles and things, that that's not what it was. But he hasn't publicly said. When he first came, before the wine at dinner, not mine, I was the server. He said that he could tell me what the project's about to kill me. Typical Hollywood, not Hollywood, filmmaking kind of stuff. Good connection. Now, see, I'm close to that last time. Anyway, good. Right. Those cords they need to fix because you shouldn't have loose cords in your closet. That's the Xfinity's in that closet. But they're not supposed to be loose, so I can't hardwire until it's all wireless. So maybe Saturday night isn't a bad time to do this because it seems like it's doing a lot better than last night when I ran the test. As far as if it's other worldly traffic. Anyway, I'm going to drop whatever else I was saying to say, go back to what I was saying is that Margot knows that there's some, the only reason why we might not do the last Saturday for March, which would just then go to the last Monday or something, is I think it's March or April. They're doing beloved Joey Chavez, who ran the Santa Fe theater scene for years. Teatro Paraguas is doing a bunch of his shorts, and they may put me in it. I missed the auditions today, but Argos and Jojo know why, and they've sent me the script, so I may wind up in that, in which case I promised them, even though I can't audition today, because they only announced the auditions 2 days ago for a Saturday, that I would not do a live stream. It was going to interfere if they actually cast me, but we would do it a different day. We wouldn't skip. We only skipped January because there was no way. Anyway, but we're here, and that's what matters. So, that's enough of the rambling, I think. Nice hat. Scene one. Let's get to it. Jim Jones wrote a little note with this. I know you probably used this at some point already, but what the heck? I feel like a little optimism right now. So that's the first song you're going to hear. And part of why I wasn't late, but stressed, is in fact, I was going to say than usual, is the puppets are back, but they sent them an hour and a half ago. And they send each one separately. It's all time-consuming madness. But it doesn't matter, because we're here. So there's going to be a bunch of the Jerry News puppet snippets. And let's all give a little prayer. They'll find out in early March They helped me. That's what I was saying. Is I do want to put stuff on the walls, but I think I might actually go try to figure out how to do things framed more than the usual way I hang things. But we'll see. I can't make any promises. But anyway, the Lance, who you won't see, but who you'll hear, but you have seen a little, does the puppets, and it's a great story. So this is the last story before we hit start, because Lance's grandma Crystal has been a friend for 1,000 years, and she used to come to the show, be in the show, and when Lance was very young, and this is all in Lexi, Lance's mom, Crystal's daughter, the clan of Crystal, or the Mackenzie clan, that, in their own words, their kids, Lance and Ace, grew up watching Julesworks, which then Lance would start getting up in the open slot that we used to do live. And that grew over the years, as I wrote in the recommendation. They asked me to write for him to get into the New Mexico School for the Arts, is what I'm getting at, which they said you should hear in a week or two. I really hope he gets in, because it would mean a lot. It already means a lot that Lexi said that he wasn't really into acting until he started watching. They took him to the show, and then he started performing and doing the revisionist history. It sort of as I didn't argue with what Lexi said, because she was right. It went from him doing short things to basically, by the last year, before the shutdown, Lance, who at that point was a teenager, was one of the biggest performers, along with, to get to the present. So shout out, and let's hope he gets in. This one is the birthday, February month, for Margot Cole. So you'll see her in this first scene. Thank you, Margot, Crip Productions. And then she and I, in scene 4, have a little something we're doing for the Children's Theater Teatro Paraguas. And this is a tribute to our beloved Rose Provan and Grandma Speaks. So you're going to see a lot of her in 3 snippets, plus the finale toast. And we'll have the tradition of a Greg Turner song at the end. There is a PQ River video compilation in 3 snippets. There's a couple pieces I got from Nicoa. There's a just recorded for Valentine's Day great cover by Uncle DT. There's I already mentioned Jim Jones, and so I think that about covers, just in case you wanted to see it. We got a Sean Heelan song that we've never seen before in scene 3, and then one more thing from Mr. River, his folks. Sorry for the itching. It's time for a drink and hit start in just a sec. But watch this. What? See, this one is mine. Last night I got an error that said I was going to leave the stream because it was muted, but also it was dark and I didn't have the right mic, so that could have been part of it. Happy birthday, Margot, at the beginning of the month, and then on Groundhog's Day, happy birthday, Rose. That's what we're getting at. And this, so we're saluting Margot and doing extra tributing to Rose Provan for being the most loyal, dedicated performer to the show. And as you'll see, we got to, with the opening up and the unmasking, got to do more recording of her. So, yeah, I love the new place. I'm looking at the chat. I don't like being stomped on, but that's, could be worse. The parking is a nightmare. But it's not finished. And I did a tour taking trash out last night. More than I had. All right. Anyway, I think that is enough for now. So you know roughly what you're going to see. And let's get this first scene going. And I'm going to start relaxing into it. I think we got everything set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it away, Jim Jones, Grandma, and all the pieces.
Good days are coming, they're on their way. Good days are coming soon. Calves are a-dropping, tree buds a-popping, wildflowers are in bloom. We had a dark, dreary winter, dismal and cold, rainy, and skies were gray. Now clouds they're parting, new life is starting, spring is on the way. For too long life was gloomy, ominous and bleak. We almost gave in to fear, but through all the stormy weather we made it through together, and now good times are here. Good days are coming, they're coming soon. Good days are coming soon. We've got love in our hearts, we've got hope in our souls. Good days are coming soon. Are coming, they're coming soon. Good days are coming soon. We've got love in our hearts, we've got hope in our souls. Good days are coming soon. There were voices of evil, so many angry people spreading fear and hate. But we came to our senses, we mended our fences before it was too late. Good days are coming, they're coming soon. Good days are coming soon. We've got love in our hearts, we've got hope in our souls. Good days are coming soon. We've got love in our hearts, we've got hope in our souls. Good days are coming soon.
Welcome back to the 8th edition of Jerry News. Really? You just had to bark here? I'm sorry, I ate the cherry that was left out. Just get off the... Someone clean this up, please. This is nasty. It's nasty. Ah!
Grandma has a surprise for you this month. I have props. And here is the first one. As you see, it's People magazine, but it's wrong. It says that Betty White was 100 and she didn't quite make it. But that story reminds me of the story I heard about my great-grandmother. She wanted to be 100, but then she didn't quite make it either. She died a few weeks before the big day. So that whole thing kind of inspired me. I thought I'd like to be living to be 100. But if I don't quite make it, I'll live to be 99.9. I have a bunch of family members that live to ripe old ages too. My father's Aunt Jane lived to be 90. She had a pear ranch in San Jose, California. That's how she had income and money enough to buy all of the lamb chops that she really loved. I never saw her eat anything aside from lamb chops. Aunt Jean never married, but she had quite a family of cats. Yes, she had mother cats who produced all these little kittens on every phase of the moon, which meant that I had some other family members who volunteered to do the job of trying to impose birth control on all those mother cats. I don't think it worked. So there's more to my family story. My grandmother, Mary, lived in San Fernando Valley in California. She was on my mother's side. So she had a farm as well, and she raised crops too. She had animals as well, but not cats. I never saw any. But what she had was goats. And goats just loved to chew. And here is a scarf like what I was wearing when the goats tried to just deal with it and pull it away. So that's my goat story. And Grandma Mary lived on the corner of Van Nuys Boulevard and Roscoe, which was very interesting to the city of Los Angeles as they prepared property taxes. Eventually, my grandma had to move. She couldn't afford them, but she could move into another part of the San Fernando Valley where she could have crops in her backyard. So you would think, with all of these women who loved the land, I would love the land too. And I bought a place here in Santa Fe with a big yard in the back. But I didn't plant any crops. In fact, I used the backyard to take Buster out for a walk, but then, I had to pick up poop. And every Thursday, the trash trucks would come, and I would fill the barrels, I hoped, with poop. I also, of course, had weeds, and I also tried to pick them up. I had nice green ones at one point, but then I had old brown ones that had to be pulled up hard from underneath the trees. And I hated all of that bending over. So that's my story of being a farmer in my own backyard. So let's go back to Betty White. I think that's better. I should have another magazine that maybe says that she did not quite reach 100. Yes, there she is. And it talks about how she really loved the land, animals, and she was so interested in laughing. But you know what she was most known for? She was an actor, and she eventually got 5 Emmys. And I guess Grandma is something of an actor too, but I have never gotten any Emmys. The best accolade I got was this one. Here it is. It says that I was the Toastmaster of the Year. I think that is sideways or not, but take my word for it. I was a Toastmaster and I won a prize. So I'm hoping that you're making note of it. Oh, dear me. Buster, you are not impressed with my accolade, I can tell that. So, let us go on to talk about my life as a performer. you know, I'm part of Julesworks Ensemble, and I love doing that. And every month I try to prepare something for Julesworks, and I perform for all my fans. My fans include the lovely Maybe Susie, who I think I've never seen, and then Margot Cole, who is known as the producer of Cripps Productions. So those are the ones that YouTube puts out into the ether. But in the meantime, I'm part of the theater walk performances of our local organization that's called Theater Santa Fe. And every every few months, they have their theater walk to bring all of the people who are theater lovers in Santa Fe over to see the members of the wonderful companies that are members of Theater Santa Fe. Except we had COVID. You remember COVID? It caused Theater Santa Fe to have to perform their theater walk virtually. So I had my ideas for Jules, and my virtual performance was, excuse me, Buster, was Grandma Scams Jules. I asked him to get me a gift card. That's what scammers ask for. And then I would perform with a virtual makeup tutorial. And then I would have my laptop computer and my various makeups, and then it would look like, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. It would look like this. This is me at the beautiful end of my virtual performance of Grandma Scams Jules. And now, since I've had trouble with my props, I think I better take a break. Yes, Jules doesn't like it when the thing kind of goes on and on and on anyway. So let's take a break now. And I see that Buster is wanting to play. So I'm going to play with Buster. Here we go, taking a break.
If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would sail the seas for to ease your pain. In the night forlorn, the morning's born. The morning shines with the lights of love. You will miss sunrise if you close your eyes, and that would break my heart in two. Lady's with me now, since I showed her how to lay her lily hand in mine. Loop and Lil agree, she's a sight to see,
and a treasure for the poor to find. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would sail the seas for to ease your pain.
Welcome back to Jerry News. Tonight we have camel beauty contest. Someone please get that baby off the stage. I don't want her ruining all the food that we prepared for her son. A book returned 110 years after its initial checkout date, and also a tire stuck around a crocodile's head was finally removed after 8 years. Our first story tonight concerns the tire, the crocodile's head apparently stuck in it when it saw a nice juicy deer, okay? And apparently, so an Indian guy saw a very stuck crocodile with the tire stuck around its neck. You know, like my English or Indian accent?
This is a new departure in language instruction. This will take some doing on your part. These have been devised by experts.
They're predominantly non-violent.
This is no joke. I'm going to be gone for a while, folks.
You are all a figment of my imagination.
Or it can be buried in the backyard.
Interesting. Anyway, on that confused note, I'm going to say...
Can you hear me?
It was the time of our life.
That's right.
Let us welcome those whose thoughts drift through the ethereal darkness of wonder.
It's, well, sort of funny.
And a sure cure for that is a portable FM radio.
It's good stuff, I tell you.
State your emergency, please.
Right now, you are in trouble.
It was really very, very unique. There's really nothing else like it.
You can go look that up, you know. I'm not kidding.
And many, many more.
Am I allowed to, lease my life to somebody with an option to buy?
The electric current probably will be unavailable. Let's examine some of these phrases more closely.
This is one of the gentlest of the noises. We'll let you hear a little bit of...
We can't let you in unless we know you.
Anyway, that was ridiculous.
It gets crazy.
I mean, really, I wonder if it's worth even trying.
Yeah, do it right now. Do it quick. Meanwhile, let's go back and summarize some of the essential facts you'll need to know.
One of our valued listeners, good luck. I keep forgetting.
The producers thank them for their assistance in the making of this documentary.
I could feel the ground vibrating under my feet.
We must have passed through some sort of space war.
The telephone request line, of course, is open.
Sorry to hear that you're so frightened of us. I hope that answers your question.
It's a new sensation.
Just like now.
We didn't even think for a second.
Meanwhile, let's go back and summarize some of the essential facts you'll need to know.
You're so advanced.
Because I have a bad feeling.
All right. Can you hear yourself now?
Our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat.
I see. Sorry I brought that up.
Hi, Jules and Julesworks. This is Margot. Today I'm going to read you a little poem from a book that I received as a gift called When the Lights Are Bright Again. It's about COVID-19 in theater, which will probably be relevant to a lot of people watching this, live stream. So the poem goes, Dear unhoused usher, when the lights are bright again, like alfalfa without Glinda, like Bialystok without Bloom, life without your ushering gig feels akin to doom and gloom, like Pippin without a corner, like Dorothy in Oz, your world without live theater has you feeling oh so lost. So as Tony yearns for Maria, as Porgy yearns for Bess, we yearn for the lights to go bright again when we beat this COVID mess. Have faith that the best of times are near, no need to fret, my dear. With hope in heart and spirits high, we patiently persevere. Yours till curtains up, unhoused usher. Joni Scripto, originally from East Brunswick, New Jersey. So, hope you enjoyed that, and if you want to see more poetry, check out teatroproavasnm.org. Thank you. Bye.
All right, hey, is this thing working? Is this thing on? Thank you. Okay, so thank you. That was from When Lights Are Bright, Margot Cole. I didn't catch who you said wrote that book, so feel free to chat about that. Then part 1 of 3 new video musical selections by Mr. PQ River. If you recall, I almost turned the camera by sense memory to show the book that we co-wrote, but I don't even know where it is right now. Probably could show something else. See, Stanley. Oh, well, he was in the bathroom. He was going to break the door down if I didn't open it. Anyway, it's very nice. That's what they're paying all this money to hear about. Okay, anyway. Before that, we had the second, there'll be 8 plus a bonus of those snippets. Jerry News by Lanz, and we're hoping Lanz gets into the New Mexico School for the Arts. He'll be starting as a sophomore, which could actually be in his favor, as what Lexi the mom was saying, that very few people apply to get in that year. Who knows? I think he'll get in. I certainly wrote a nice recommendation. I hope it works. Apparently the recommendation I wrote helped Aaron Levitman get a job, so I hope it, I don't know if that means he's leaving because he got that job. Anyway, and then that was Rose Provan, Grandma Speaks. Grandma plans to hit 100 part 1, and actually between that I skipped because I don't have the right punctuation in my notes. That's not punctuation, whatever it's called. Anyway, If I Needed You, that's a Townes Van Zandt song, a beautiful song, played by David Uncle DT Tom. Thank you. And excuse me. It was a little past 3, but this is my 3 o'clock beer, and this is not quite how old I am. But cheers, everybody! By the way, happy birthday at the beginning of the month, but that's okay. To Margot Cole and to Rose Grandma. Congrats to Rose Grandma for her loyalty and to her what did I call it? Her JWE award, and congrats to you all for watching. You have good taste. So does this beer. So does this sweatshirt, by the way. We skipped the January show, so I'm pulling out the old stuff. I don't think I had that jacket when we did the year-end. Maybe I did. I don't know. What was the year-end show before I did the New Year's Eve? That was my New Year's. I found my bag of New Year's Eve. I got to do poetry on New Year's Eve on the plaza, by the way. So that happened. All right. So we had part 1 of Rose and did Jerry News part 1, and Jim Jones started it off with "Good Days Are Coming." As he said, I think we've heard that before, but as he said, whoa, did you hear that? As he said, optimism can't hurt. It doesn't. It helps. Anyway, those are the aforementioned blinds. So now they're open. That's across the street. They're nice blinds, actually. And that's some speakers. That fell on my ankle. Big deal. That. All right. Stanley, where'd you go? Okay, not in the bed. Did he go in the bedroom? Whoa! He's like, Daddy, I'm sick of your show. I'm going in the bedroom. He hasn't been in the bedroom. He spent the first 3 days in the bedroom because the first thing we did, my buddy Kian, who I mentioned, helped me build that. I wouldn't go through this process without him. Thank you, Kian. I know he's not watching because they're making him work. Anyway, when I'm talking, I'll see your chat, by the way. But I'm almost done talking. We put the bed in, moved me, and then I still had 2 or 3 weeks of the horrible process of getting out of the bleep hole by the bleep lords. But this is not run by the bleep lords. Anyway, I put the bed in, and he spent 3 days in the bed. I actually had to get him down. And then he stopped being in the bedroom. One of his main spots is right by what Shannon calls the random sink over there. If I'm holding that right, well, there's a box in the way. I'll show you later. Because this is built for artists, it is random, but it's actually there because it's the artist's sink. It's built for all kinds of artists. But anyway, so Jim Jones, thank you. Lance, Rose, PQ, Margot. And let's carry on. Coming up, this is a short scene. So we got a little more from Rose and Buster. And another news snippet and a little more music. And cheers. Oh, and congrats to Jim Jones for the Western Music Award. And action.
I guess I don't need the scarf. Did I need the scarf, Buster? No, I don't need the scarf. Here's your ball. Come on, let's play. Ah, okay. Oh, where are we going now? Oh, where's the ball? I need to have the ball so I can play. Here we go. Yes, nice catch. Uh-oh, now what are you doing? Want to stay up on the sofa? No, you get to go wherever the ball goes. And you're so good. And oh, you think Jules ought to play with the ball too. Yeah, he's really good at that. Uh-oh. Jules, ow!
Nope, too good. Me. Oh, sorry. I think that's what Stanley and Stella think when I play ball with a dog. Sorry. Well, Buster, are you having fun? Now that we've broken the fourth wall, which is fine for the break, we're on a break.
Oh,
and they get to now the audience gets to see what it's like when we take breaks.
Oh,
this
yes.
Is, yes. Oh,
and here we are
breaking.
Having fun with Buster.
And breaking.
Because Buster really likes to play ball.
And look what I look like without a mask in Rose's house.
Yes, well, you got a message today that said no more masks inside.
So the next time a customer tells me to put a mask on, I can tell them to stop breaking my civil rights.
Yes, the CDC told you no masks.
The CDC and the governor, so they can go home if they can't handle it. Anyway, well, any more from you and Buster before? Are you broken? Should we stop this and then see in a minute what else Rose Grandma has to say?
Okay.
In this 13th monthly Julesworks Follies, end of monthly showcase warp up special birthday salute to Margot Cole and special tribute and birthday salute to Rose Provan and her grandma speaks. Anything else to end the break?
That ought to do it.
Okay, well, here. Thank you, Buster.
And right about now, I want to introduce to you the David Tom Band.
Good evening, everybody. There's a well-beaten path on this old mountainside where I wandered when I was a lad. Where I on those Blue Ridge hills I did roam. When I die, won't you bury me on the mountain, far away near my Blue Ridge mountain home.
Welcome back to Jerry News. Okay, who put this banana here? This is not funny. This is a hazard. Someone could seriously slip and injure themselves. I
Like banana.
Yes, I do like banana.
Why you move away from me?
I'm totally not scared. I'm actually scared. Please get this monkey off the stage.
This is show.
Yes, this is a new show.
Banana. Stock.
All right, thank you to now see, I'm curious if you hear that. Hang on. I got my head snapped on, but maybe. Anyway, we're going to carry right on. That was a short, intentionally, so that was a little break from Grandma Penn's 800 break with Buster and a little bit of Jules. Blue Ridge Cabin Home, Old Virginia. Yee! I don't know where my UVA gear is, but I found some other gear. Oh boy. Speaking of Towns Van Zandt, sort of. Anyway, speaking of trippy. Hey, watch this. I just got brighter. And brighter. And brighter. Wow. And the Lord said, let there be light. And there was. Ooh, don't look into it, though. Don't look at it. And then snippet 3. So we're going to carry right on, way up, the part 3 of Grandma Plans to get out of my face. To hit 100. And then one of 2 pieces in the show from Nico Salas called Let's Not Feel Like Shit. Speaking of optimism. And then a song during quarantines, but we've never seen this, with Sean Heelan, John Heelan Deere. And thank you, Sean, who's not watching. I noticed as I was looking for a piece, Nicoa and Sean just said, go find a piece every month. So that's what I do from what they post. So anyway, Sean has a playlist, unless he didn't make it, but I think he must have, would have. And he put one of our shows that he's in there. Anyway, the song you'll hear after Nicoa, after Grandma, is It's My Dreams That Are Keeping Me Awake by Peter Donegan. Speaking of the Irish, I love the Irish. I waited on a lad just the other night, and I knew he had an Irish accent, and he was a good man, yes. Oh, Jesus, Maddie and Josie. And then we have another news snippet, and part 2 of the fun madness from PQ River. He may not be chatting as usual because I didn't pay that much attention because people were writing me and they said leave me alone because I was busy. But something about guests and truth or consequences. Oh, and that's what I was saying in the intro that I think I didn't finish is that later in a little bit, but not this next scene. There's a video from his peoples one time, not last show, but the ultimately last show. Some of his people he does podcasts and videos with were in the chat, but we'll get to that. Anyway, and then the videos and another Jerry snippet, and then I'll be back, and in scene 4, that's where there'll be a slideshow once I'm back and talk, and then hit the scene, and that's where Margot. So after these next pieces, which is a while, 10 or 15 minutes. That's where we're going to do a salute, where you're going to help me type some information about the Teatro Panaguas Children's Theater and stuff. So anyway, first, let's get back off those pins and needles and back to Rose Grandma, and then a couple more pieces, music and puppets and things. So take it away, Rose Grandma.
My first appearance as Grandma in Julesworks was to do Grandma Smokes Pot. And that was live and in person and had some other actors in it too. We were performing at the JCC, and Jules and Argos McCallan were in the routine too. They played Cheech and Chong. Aha, yes. And I got the idea of Grandma Smokes Pot from the AARP magazine. Good old AARP, you know, it always tells me the things that are important to know in this world. And they wrote about the Villages. The Villages is a senior community in Florida, and everyone there seems to smoke pot. I found out later they also are supporters of Donald Trump. That's probably why they have to smoke pot. But I didn't go in much to talk about Donald Trump then. I had some rants in the past about him that Jules and I both call rump, but at that point, I just deleted him from my vocabulary and went along to other characters in my lexicon. I had as other characters Dr. Fauci and Louis Black. I'll explain. When I wanted to do Grandma Goes Online, I said I wanted a date with a man in the medical field. So they sent me a character that was like Dr. Fauci. But I didn't want to go out with a Dr. Fauci character. No, because, you know, they never let him go out alone. He's just too interesting to all of the people who go online, too. He has men who want to kill him and women who want to, well, never mind about that. But that explains why I didn't want to go out with his character. I would have had to have the U.S. Marshal Service around me, and I would have had to fight off sex-starved women. So instead, I just said, forget it, and went along to some other dates. But I think probably you're wondering why I became a comedian. Or is that comedian? Well, that goes into why I mentioned Louis Black. In 2011, I went on the Louis Black comedy cruise, and there were classes on how to be a comic. There's not a lot to do in the afternoon when you're on a cruise, so I went to the class. Vic Henley, who was performing with Louis, was our teacher, and I made a whole new rant at that point. And then for the finale, all of the comedy students went to the grand ballroom of the ship, and we did our routines. I was last on the bill. I found out later that the one who's last on the bill is the one who's the headliner. Yes, so when I went back to land and found out that the state bar of New Mexico was having a talent show, I said, I'll audition, and then the rest is history. But my fun did not stop there. That's when I also started to think about the fact that I wanted to live to be 100. But what do you do? Quiet, Buster. What do you do on day-to-day routines when you're trying to live to be 100? Well, first, of course, you work on your rant for Julesworks. Then you do some rehearsing. You can't always tell that happened, but I promise you, rehearsing happens. And then I do my usual things around the house. You know, I clean, I go to the backyard and pick up poop, and I do some text messaging that especially is good to communicate with Jules. And then really, Buster. Then I have to communicate with my various fans, and those fans told me that they thought I should write a book. And I know that Margot thinks so because she is writing a book too. I read a part of it. It's terrific. So that's a challenge to me. And then, you know, another thing to do all day when you're trying to think of what to do is you go get the mail. And in the mail, I found a beautiful brochure, and I have it with me right here. Here is the brochure on the great courses. And one of those courses is only $35 for the whole course. So I figured, I could do that. It told me that I would, what does it say? Oh, yes, that I would unlock my inner storyteller, and I would create the skills needed to start or finish my novel. Well, talking about Grandma doesn't involve a novel. It could be a memoir. That would do. Yes, and for only $35, I could certainly expand all my horizons. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to write my memoir, and I'm going to start tomorrow. See you after that. Bye.
Good? Hello! I don't know which camera to look at. There's two cameras. We're so fancy. We are a band, kind of. We are part of 6 Feet Apart, and the other part of 6 Feet Apart is here, right now, in spirit. Or right there. Behind you! Look behind you! Okay. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Don't be a dick, but it's okay if you have a dick. But don't be a dick. Oh, yeah. Because all they want are equal rights, so stop being a prick. I mean, dick. Well, prick works too. Yeah, I guess that's true. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of not feeling like shit. Getting killed probably feels like shit. So let's equalize the playing field so we can all feel shitty but not die. Die young. But we should all die for sure at some point. Later, when we're old. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Let's all have a party when things are better. Let's have a big-ass awesome party with every What are some good foods, Bear?
Yeah, Bear.
Rice?
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of not feeling like shit. Getting killed probably feels like shit.
So let's equalize the playing field so we can all feel shitty but not die.
Yum. But we should all die at some point, for sure.
You know, later when we're old.
Yeah, later. Da da da. Da 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 da. 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 All the food, great food. Like, what's some food, Bear?
World cuisine, Bear. On your toes, sir.
Give us all the stuff, Bear. What are all the things?
Make us hungry.
I can't think right now. Indian food, Thai food, Chinese food. Oh yeah.
Vietnamese
Does Russia
food.
have a cuisine?
I'm sure they sound
Italian
good. Oh yeah. Oh.
Spanish
It's
food,
a good
American food, Southwestern cuisine.
Oh man, and all the amazing foods that we can't think of. Post it in the comments. That's what a YouTuber would say. Okay. Hello. We are closer to 6 feet apart. Da-da. That's the name of me and Jazz's band. Da-da-da.
Ta-da! I mean, I think I'm still in the band. Hey, guess what? Black Lives Matter.
This dark hotel can't stand myself.
Deep blue dawn, I found this song. It's my dreams that are keeping me awake. I can't take more than I can fake. Not these past regrettable mistakes.
A distant glow will finally show. It's my dreams that are keeping me awake. I can't take more than I can fake. Not these past regrettable mistakes. These past
past regrettable mistakes. It's my dreams that are keeping me awake.
It's my dreams that are keeping me awake. It's my dreams that are keeping me.
Welcome back to Jerry News. We have breaking news right now of a cat takeover, and also that baby is still in here. We have rumored noises of, oh my, someone get that cat out of here, please. Someone get that cat, please. We don't want it ruining the show. They're protesting about tuna or something. Oh no, it's starting to stink. No, no, not the cat again. Ah!
I too shall call upon the gods of randomness to intercede in every possible variation on your behalf.
And arguably, that's a perfectly reasonable thing to do.
Maybe you don't have anything like that where you are. Very, very nice right now, actually.
I just do my thing in my own way, and by the way,
Welcome back to Jerry News. Our next story concerns camel beauty contests, which, if you didn't know by now, is a real thing. The Arabs judge camels based on their lack of hardness in their humps. That is correct, folks. They judge based on their humps and their ability to chew fast and also race. Camel racing too, like dog racing and stuff like that. Do they know the order? I bet they're very slow. Yeah.
Oops. Oh, hey. Look at that one. Roar. It's a tiger beer. All right, thank you. So that was, let's see. That was the fifth puppet snippet from Jerry News. That was part 2 of 3 from PQ Ripper's musical selection of videos. The fourth puppet snippet. That was It's My Dreams That Are Keeping Me Awake by Peter Donegan. Here's to your laddie, Tesselu Williams and Sean Heelan, the bearded man from Pecos. Nicola Salas and all the credits he said for Let's Not Feel Like Shit. And part 3 of our honoree this eve, the first inaugural, as opposed to second inaugural, Jules, JWE Award winner and loyal Margot Cole, happy birthday, our most loyal since quarantine's live streamer, Rose Provan, since years before that. It's not a competition. I was just thinking in my head, it's unfair, if it were, in the sense that Margot lives very far from here. But she did live here briefly. Anyway, thanks to all y'all. I'm not saying bye. I'm just saying. So anyway, that's what you saw. And we're going to carry on in a second. I'm going to... Oh, I didn't finish the cheers. Here's to you, laddies and lassies. Aye. Part 3. What did I say? Johnny Cash's BDay. Well, remind me tomorrow on air. And Mud Chat. We love you, whoever you are. Yes, we're live and alive. And Susan Ram even made it. Anyway, okay, so what's about to happen is, and Mud Chat is a mystery, is I'm going to click this next scene and, whoa, the chat just went insane. Oh, I clicked a different place. I see that. Anyway, is I'm going to turn that light off real quick. I'm going to go into the next scene that has images from Jojo Tarnoff and the Children's Theater of Teatro Paraguas, and Margot, Crip Productions, Margot is going to help give some of the information. I'll put the website for Teatro Paraguas, the Children's Theater, I would imagine is there, while, I don't know. I guess I have to keep talking. I forgot. I should get a song in there real quick. Okay, hold on. I know what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to keep talking for a minute. How do I do this? I forgot that there's no, because I don't have anything to say. But give me the Voltique areas, don't you worry. So, yeah. I'm going to add, if I can find it real quick, a little bit of stuff from the Teatro Paraguas people while you look at the images, so you can hear a little something, and find it pretty quickly, and then Margot, once I get into that next scene, there's a little slideshow of Jojo Tarnoff, Jenny, and the grandkids, and the Children's Theater. They're going to get us pieces in the future, Jojo and Jeff Tarnoff, but they didn't have time. But they've been doing live gigs, and that'll help get me pieces. And I think we're good at switching. I don't know. Can we do it this quick? Should I just give up? I just don't want to give you silence, and I don't want to keep talking because I don't know what to say. I'm talking now because I'm hiding. Should have thought of this. I'm sorry, guys. Well, welcome, my chat. We don't usually have brain dropouts, but I'm tired. Yeah, we do. That's why. I'd like to thank the hacker that was in earlier, or the spammer, whatever that thing is, and definitely like to thank the world that the test last night had a lot. Okay, I found something. Had a lot more streaming issues than this. This has been fine so far, and we're more than halfway. Welcome, the Mud Chat, and I am almost ready with this. What I'm up to here. That is month end. Okay. Got it. Ready. And hear Argos while you look at the slideshow in a minute while Margot gives you some information on, oh, here, even better than just Argos. Perfect. Where is that? I see it. Where? Okay. All right. Cool. And up. Sorry, there's some link buttons to push. You guys don't know. It's not like we live stream. All right. And let me just make sure I didn't mess it up. Almost ready. All right. So Margot, I'm going into that scene. Take it away.
Good evening. My name is Argus McCallum. I'm reading a poem called The Ballad of the Harp Weaver by Edna St. Vincent Millay, one of our greatest poets here in America. She won the Pulitzer Prize. She was the first woman to win it for her book called The Harp Weaver and Other Poems. The Ballad of the Harp Weaver. "Son," said my mother when I was knee-high, "you've need of clothes to cover you, and not a rag have I. There is nothing in the house to make a boy breeches, nor shears to cut a cloth with, nor thread to take stitches. There's nothing in the house but a loaf end of rye, and a harp with a woman's head no one will buy." And she began to cry. That was in the early fall. When came the late fall, "Son," she said, "the sight of you makes your mother's blood crawl. Little skinny shoulder blades sticking through your clothes, and where you get a jacket from, God above knows. It's lucky for me, lad, your daddy's in the ground, and can't see the way I let his son go around." And she made a queer sound. That was in the late fall. When the winter came, I'd not a pair of breeches nor a shirt to my name. I couldn't go to school or out of doors to play, and all the other little boys passed our way. "Son," said my mother, "come, climb into my lap, and I'll chafe your little bones while you take a nap." And oh, but we were silly for a half an hour or more, with me with my long legs dragging on the floor, a rocking to a Mother Goose rhyme. Oh, but we were happy for half an hour's time. But there was I, a great boy, and what would folks say to hear my mother singing me to sleep all day, and in such a daft way? Men say the winter was bad that year. Fuel was scarce and food was dear. A wind with a wolf's head howled about our door, and we burned up the chairs and sat upon the floor. All that was left us was a chair we couldn't break, and a harp with a woman's head nobody would take, for pity or pity's sake. The night before Christmas, I cried with the cold. I cried myself to sleep like a 2-year-old. And in the deep night, I felt my mother rise and stare down upon me with love in her eyes. I saw my mother sitting on the one good chair, a light falling on her from I couldn't tell where, looking 19 and not a day older, with a harp with a woman's head leaned against her shoulder. Her thin fingers, moving in the thin, tall strings, were weaving wonderful things. Many bright threads, from where I couldn't see, were running through the harp strings rapidly. And gold threads whistling through my mother's hand, I saw the web grow and the pattern expand. She wove a child's jacket, and when it was done, she laid it on the floor and wove another one. She wove a red cloak, so regal to see. She's made it for a king's son, I said, and not for me. But I knew it was for me. She wove a pair of breeches, quicker than that. She wove a pair of boots and a little cocked hat. She wove a pair of mittens, she wove a little blouse. She wove all night in the still cold house. She sang as she worked, and the harp strings spoke. Her voice never faltered, and the thread never broke. And when I awoke, there sat my mother, with the harp against her shoulder, looking 19 and not a day older, a smile about her lips and a light about her head, and her hands in the harp strings, frozen, dead.
Are you okay? Professor, are you okay?
Is the professor gonna die?
I don't understand the point of it all. He said he had a stroke. But I was just so upset about all the crazy stuff that happens on the campus. And he started showing off, so I took my frustration out on him when he didn't deserve it.
Wow, I thought I was a blunt one.
Just because I'm disabled doesn't mean that I have the authority to...
Like this?
I've worked so hard to get through this, to survive.
To endure?
That's right.
Well, you're an ableist for holding yourself back. Oh my God.
That's a blooper. That's you wrote the perfect scene. The perfect scene. No Academy Award for you. No Academy Award.
I know, that's the funny part. Exactly. Oh my God. Oh my God. Rerun.
Okay, so let's see. You're making everyone dizzy. You gotta make it.
Somebody should probably come in and help me out.
No, I meant in the actual tape.
Okay.
I meant in the actual tape. Oh, okay. You know?
Sit down. Honey, come back. Where are you going?
Huh? I don't know anything about that stuff. I'm Russian. He cracked up. From there. Just walk in and... Oh, Professor here. Assume he doesn't. Okay. Sorry, I messed up. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, I remember that. It's way cheaper than the dorms.
I'm sorry. I think I fucked up. I'm back. I think I gave you a lot of silence. Sorry. I had those things off. I forget that they're off for the whole thing, not just the one scene when you turn them off. But we're back. We're back, right? Drop out, come back. Okay. Drop. Alright, I'm back. Right? I'm back, right? Yeah. I'm back. Okay. 5 by 5. Yes, we were looking forward to the film. Okay. Yes, I'm back. I heard you. Sorry about that. I forgot that when you turn it off for one scene, you end up turning it off for the whole situation. Anyway, so that we were just sharing JoJo and the Children's Theater and about that as a salute. JoJo, Jeff Tarnoff, and others are going to have pieces in the future. Maybe that's my chat. I don't know. It's a big secret. So anyway, it's not quite a hat, Susan. It's a hat and a scarf and a bunch of. I'm finally getting silly. A lot of tech stuff, as always. Okay. Anyway, we're going to carry on, and I need to figure out dinner. But thank you, and oh, now I turn the damn thing up too loud. See, the thing is that normally in the other place I had the TV in the bedroom. That was one advantage. Because of the chords I was rambling about and because of the here that nobody wants to take credit for fixing yet, but I'm going to make them now. How damn you what? How would I know what my chat means? Did you see we got people named Shraka? How am I supposed to know who my chat is? Anyway, Jenny, is that you? Don't be giving me those mistakes. Good connection is right. I'm talking to the thing that I'm looking at. Okay. Anyway, so scene 5 is coming up. Scene 5 has, did I figure out who you are in my chat? I almost said earlier when someone said Jenny looks lovely, I almost wrote Jenny. Fine, I'm all covered. R-A-W. Don't make me quote, sing in the chat. Don't apologize. I was about to quote BDay Kane because I get raw. As we get on, we get a little sillier. But we're not there yet. Because with the next piece being called Motherfucking Glass of Juice, obviously we're serious. Amy. Which Amy? There's 9,000 Amy's. It's like, hi, I'm Jenny. Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm John. Hi, Amy. Potter. The Mad Potter. I don't know. I don't think you're the sometime Potter named Amy that I know, but you could be. Anyway. Yes, and she did look lovely. You're right. You did write about that. But I just thought maybe this was Jenny, but it's Amy. Amy. Uh-oh. Retracted. Now I want to know what you wrote. Okay, can I carry on? Motherfucking Glass of Juice from Nicola Salas is coming up. And then, so this is where it starts to get weird. Okay. I'm not the only one being weird now. Qualities of a Toltecer. I'm reading what these people sent me. I know you did. Qualities of a Toltecer Sorcerer 6 by Familiar Foreign Bodies, also known as Titfos. Lyrics by Ayakal. I'm reading. The artist Shaman Q. Vocals Cesara. Music PQ River. And here, I'll just do it now so I don't have to pay attention. I mean, I'll pay attention so I can figure out dinner. The Mad Potter of Biloxi. Okay, it is that. Okay, Biloxi. You're not from Mississippi. You're from the Midwest. Hi, welcome. Anyway, what? That's what you're gonna hear from. You think Santa Fe is weird? That's Truth or Consequences. And then the 6th snippet of Jerry News, and I'll be back. But we are through most of it. And as far as any bonus, it depends. Well, you better expect weird. And a wizard is neither late nor early. He, she, it, they arrive precisely when they mean to. Susan Ram, we're glad you're here. I know you might be busy, so appreciate you popping in. Appreciate everybody. And I'm going to click the next scene. So, this show, at least unless I did find my karaoke gear, but I'm not sure we're going to go there. I was going to say, this is going to not be, we shattered the length on purpose, a year-end blowout of 7.5 hours. I don't think we're there yet, but that's okay. All right, here we go. Next scene 5.
You know what I ain't had today?
What?
Motherfucking glass of juice!
Motherfucking glass of juice?
Motherfucking glass of juice!
Motherfucking glass of juice?
Motherfucking glass of juice!
Swish, this house make up for them.
Motherfucking glass of juice! Motherfucking glass of juice!
Motherfucking glass of juice.
Where's the side play?
I'm free!
Motherfucking glass of juice.
Motherfucking glass of juice!
Motherfucking glass of juice!
My expression while he does that.
Motherfucking glass of juice?
Motherfucking glass of juice!
I got you.
Motherfucking glass of juice. Line?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Motherfucking glass of juice!
Motherfucking glass of juice.
Motherfucking glass of juice.
Qualities of a Tolteca sorcerer. Has to wear the mask of controlled folly with everyone. Can't ever speak the truth to regular people. Enjoys a glass of wine, not for the liquid, but for the shape of the glass. Can't eat around other people for fear of choking. Will never go on the drop zone for fear of losing their energy double on the way down. Walks the streets at night to avoid other people. Walks the streets at night hoping to meet another vampire. Finds humor in listening to other people talk about themselves, and understands the predicament of being on a planet of zombies. Is constantly on the search for a restaurant that doesn't play hit songs to disturb their meal. Constantly on the search for a restaurant that plays the sound of leaves. watching the end of magic all around them. Away is the moment when they have a companion over and don't have to entertain them. Away is the moment when someone comes over and takes them into magic immediately. Awaits the arrival of the birds in the morning to pray with. Picks up the remains of people's trash on the landscape. Never does little balanced rock cairns onto the landscape. Finds that their life path is to preserve magic. Finds that their life path is to preserve wildland. Is unable to not be affected by coffee. And lastly, often enjoys classic furniture more than humans.
Welcome back to Jerry New. What? Get those Cheetos off the stage, dude. You're in the. Are we recording right now? Yes? Bro, get off the stage.
No, I want some Cheetos.
Alright, well, give me some too. We're not sponsored by Cheetos, by the way.
All right, carrying right on. And let's see here. We had Jerry News Snippet 6. I gave you all the info. I'm not going to pronounce all that again. Familiar foreign bodies, Toltec the Sorcerer, and motherfucking glass of juice. My spirit performer, Nikoa. And we're going to carry right on. And so we're already getting through things. The next segment just has Snippet 7 of Jerry Puppet News, Part 3 of PQ Rivers. That was PQ Rivers' whole team. Part 3 of his that I just made snips. He sent me a 9-minute piece. So you've already seen the first two. And then part 8 of the snippets and a bonus that supposedly we're all going to love. I didn't have time to watch because they started sending one of 9 that I had to download around 3:30 while also trying to write a test. So anyway, and then after that little bit, I'll be right back to do the literary lotto. I peeked at Red Shuttleworth's page, and Red Shuttleworth, well, I'll tell you. But anyway, he doesn't seem to have, well, maybe he did get knocked out. I don't know. He's a very older gentleman, as I mentioned earlier. Kirk and Sheila Ellis, who I happened to wait on the other night, were concerned. I may not have finished what I was saying at the beginning. So Red Shuttleworth, whose poems I've read a lot, but I've never met. Jim Jones, Red, Kirk Ellis are all, well, Red no longer, but we're all members of the Red box his way out, I guess. He, as Sheila said the other night, he's a character, to put it mildly, I can tell. The Western Writers Association is what I was saying. they're all part of. But Red, from his Facebook post, is very much not a part of it anymore. He wasn't happy with him. Anyway, he was supposed to be dead from something, and he's alive, and he was a boxer, is a boxer, and he's like 70 or 80, and he's doing a boxing match. So that's what Kirk and Sheila were concerned about and brought up to me. So that's what I'm saying. But anyways, first, so the Literary Lotto, Melanie Don Faithful, I've got the books right behind me is where I read a few poems. And then we're already getting to the finale toast with Jules and Rose and the Greg Turner finale song, and then only bonus if you want. So yes, you should join Jerry News Network. We're hoping that, thanks in part to my letter of recommendation, that the voice behind Jerry News finds out in a week or two that he gets into the NMSA, New Mexico School for the Arts, as a sophomore, a 6-foot sophomore. Oh, one thing that this Quarantimes did, and Margot contested this, is people like from Paraguas having not, by Zoom, but for a year and a half or two of not seeing Paula San Luca when I saw him for the Day of the Dead and Christmas shows that we did last year that were wonderful, by the way. Speaking of turnoffs, all of a sudden he had gone from as they say, his blanks dropped, but he was voice dropped, and it was like, whoa, but that's what kids do. Pugilist, yes, a pugilist. As a writer and a history. So thanks to Mudchat, to the loyal streamers, and to Susan Ram for returning, and everybody else. So here comes a little bit more, and I'll be right back. And thanks to whatever happened last night for not happening, because I'm not going to try to show you. It says good connection, and that's what we were aiming for. I didn't say that when I ran tests last night. And hush, I shall. Here comes Not Along Scene 6.
Welcome back to Jerry What? You're eating Cheetos on the stage? I don't want Cheetos dust all over the stage. It makes it orange. But they're good, and they're the only bag we have. Is it recording? It is? Bro, get off the stage right now. We're recording live. Just forget about it, man. Just have some Cheetos. Okay. We're not supposed to buy Cheetos, by the way. don't know where your mommy is, okay? Our last story tonight concerns a book returned after 110 years after its initial checkout date. To be honest, it survived World War I, World War II, Vietnam, and also Putin. Okay. Was that good? Yeah?
Oh, hey there. Hi. Slight delay because I was texting Jerry's mom that somebody said Jerry News is their. I said a chatter said Jerry News is their preferred news source, and others said yes. Anyway, so that was oh, I cut off the. Did the bonus play? I don't think the bonus played. Give me a second. Okay, wait a minute. I think we missed the bonus, but I can take care of that. Oops. I think that's what happens when you send me something right before the show. Thought I added it. That's okay. Hang on. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Oh, yeah. No, I didn't edit. Okay, wait a minute. There's going to be a bonus Jerry News. And then the Literary Lotto before the toast and the musical finale. And then we're kind of there. Like, totally, dude. But first, I'm going to shut up. In 1 sec. You shut up. No, you shut up. You shut up. I gotta talk to you. No, you shut up. I gotta get full screen and shut up. I don't worry. Now shut up. All right. And that button. Okay. So I'm glad I remembered that because that was funky fresh weird. So anyway, as I was saying, that was the 7th snippet, the part 3 of PQ River, Brett Berman, and we do have some snippets of Chelsea Clarence restarted. Not sure where it's going. And snippet 8 and the bonus dance snippet. And we're doing a little bit of Literary Lotto right now. And then we have the finale toast live. It's our first not Zoom toast. It's Rose and I, and it's not long, unlike some. But when you see someone, the whole last 14 months, it was like, anyway, we're not going to talk about it. It's too soon. But get your toasts ready in a little bit, and then we have a song from the Greg Turner Group, and then I'll be back, but I'm not leaving yet. I'm just telling you. And then if you want bonus, if not, we'll just reconvene. And the only reason it wouldn't be the last Saturday of March, as if I'm saying bye, but I'm almost saying bye, but I'm not, is if I end up in that, being part of that show at Paraguas but we'll deal with that. But we are going to do it monthly. I'm sure we'll start doing live things, but we're going to carry on with this.
No!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
No!
Hey.
No!
Yes.
No!
Well, you're not very positive. Jerk. Anyway, the things that I found and didn't find since I moved. I actually haven't found a good camera. Sorry, Rose. I don't think he's watching. I'm revealing a truth that she didn't know. I found my second good camera. Anyway, it'll turn out. So Red Shuttleworth, the pugilist, hopefully has not gotten knocked out. I'm not going to read you his play. But speaking of full moon and wolf moon, ready? Ooh, snowy car. I just opened the page. Not doing a good job. That's hard. That is, oh, goodness. Tonopah Packard. Let's try it one more time. There you go. And he does the photos too. Mr. Red Shuttleworth. I hope that he doesn't get one to the head. When Sheila and Kirk were talking about it, I was like, I mean, the people putting this fight on with this old man, he wanted to prove stuff and do it, and that's great, but, like, you're not going to hit the old man in the head, are you? I hope not. I mean, I know part of boxing is losing control. Anyway, the poem is Lump Sum. That winter windshields froze because our one gas station used dirty windshield water instead of washer, blue fluid. Drivers staggered out of wrecked, ditched cars. Beefy man. Sorry. And narrow-shouldered city cousins in for Christmas. Years later, on a thick wool cloak from Donegal. Aye, where is my scarf? It's around, you saw it. I heard that. You're probably hearing that. The artist upstairs must have just gotten inspiration. To the shuffle of hobbled rental horses, a lack of pair. Roses! Oh, we love Rose. Blossom on stone. I think she leaves when she knows she's done, but she's in the toast. Oh well. There are so many B-movies, characters in fake distress. I was working a push mower on cheat grass. Young sage balding. Plain old grass. A plume of smoke from a far neighbor's pasture. A grayish green cloud. Someone's yesterday's. In general, his poetry doesn't sound in mine, but someone's yesterday's is a line I steal or use. I like that. Okay, I've never read this one. At 2:45 a.m. And here's to the Irish Donegal. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Here, while I'm drinking, you guys saying anything important in there? And this book, Wolf Moon, Red Shuttleworth. So, Mudchat, you're new to this whole thing. And that's great. But I never met Red yet, but that's why I was talking about the Kirk Ellis and Sheila. The Western Writers Association. Red punched himself out of it, I said. But Jim Jones, whose music I don't think you caught this time, just won an award for Western Music Award. And they're all writers and such. Now, did you hear that? Anyway, he's a great poet. He's amazing. And he's boxing right now. And he's like 90 or 80 something and almost died of something. But he didn't. So anyway, carrying on. At 2:45 a.m., that's usually when that person gets artistic inspiration. Sting of Ankle Skin. I need Daryl's poetry. He lives right there. But I'll walk over there and get it. No. Sting of there probably will be more guestage in coming months. But really, it's been cold. We finally had winter. I haven't met too many of these people. Most of them just piss me off with the parking. But anyway, Sting of Ankle Skin. Tell your friends, when we're living in parking, you don't tell your friends to park in front of someone else's house. There's parking there. You don't make the person who can barely walk after waiting tables come home and walk with shit when you know that they can park somewhere else. At 2:45, I'll get my hat. Come here with that parking crap. Got you. Anyway, I did flip off a car more than once. The same car has been doing it. Same two cars. It's the same neighbor. And I flipped the car off twice in the last few weeks, not realizing there were people in it, but I don't care because they know they're wrong. Because they pull away. I pull up and I'm unloading or taking trash and then they leave. It's like, if you know you're doing something wrong, don't fucking do it. At 2:45 a.m., Sting of Ankle Skin. Something like dripping tap water in a photo studio. Out of bed, I walk through a dream restaurant. Oh, this one's too close. So waiter serving lamb chops topped with mint jelly. Now I'm really hungry. No coyotes at the feast. Well, what's wrong with the coyotes? Honey, take off your blouse. Sometimes failed to pause one of our arguments. It was a mumble dark night. Iron gaze elsewhere in front of blood soil. I dialed a phone. Got a can of mango juice sent to me. Scent of Irish soda bread being baked. Gibberish of racetrack routes. But the hound name of velvet kiss. Winter dessert. A spider bit ankle out. Enormous ravens and diamond-layered crones. The brain is poorly cushioned against being rocked by punches, nightmares, cobblestones. Well, let's hope Red didn't get punched in his fight tonight. And what was I going to say? Spider, nothing about that. I don't know. Ravens. Ah, thus spoke the raven, evermore. And one more. No, I've read that before. Aha! Oh, Wolf Mo. Hey, I haven't read this yet. Okay, so the pictures. Some have pictures, some don't. I got it. Okay, there it is. I can almost see what I'm doing. A little closer. That is, and this third and last. I don't have Melanie's book. I don't want to read my own. I'm actually, unless you ask for bonus, I think we're wrapping it up. Justin Freeman, are you drunk? Are you a hacker? Was that a weird name? I don't know. Don't talk to it. Don't encourage it. Not as bad as last year. We had like 900. Remember the Indian and Russian spammers? But I don't think that person's real. The last time there was one with an English name, and then the rest didn't. Tanapa Winter, the wolf moon that is. The aged may feel left behind, or hatched in a grotesque time. And yes, I could turn on those evil lights, and then I would be horrified and get brain damage, so I'm using a flashlight. I have a lamp to build. Shut up. Or hatched in a grotesque time. Voluntary, button to the neck. Ghost blushed the snowy darkness. Past midnight. January. Like, these are all flowing. Like crumbly Irish rose petals in a poetry collection by Thomas MacDonald. Past midnight. Yes, Irish do that. Feeling south in a large room. It is pretty large. Almost an atrium. I'm reading the naughty word. No fucking let up! A voice comes to you from inside your shock-wavering skull. Thought, his companion. Wet snow at the front door. Dark cattle further on. A dwarfish pony somewhere behind the house. Past midnight. Soak your fist in brine. Go another round. The score goes in circles. Without win or loss. Past midnight. Cheap cigar. Moonbright bourbon. That is the perfect poem to end the literary lotto trio. Bourbon. All right. So, thank you. Poet, Red, please don't have gotten hit in the head too hard. By the way, salute to Otis Gibbs and Buffaloes. I feel like Otis was here today because I was watching his stream. Anyway, flashlight reading. These lights, my only complaints about living here, other people have more and they can suck it. Obviously, they didn't move from the shithole I moved from. Anyway, there's a lot more than 2 poetry books. He's got like 19. I have the new one somewhere, but I'm disorganized. No, he's got a lot of chapbooks. He's written plays. They've been performed. Well, we can do a bonus, but I need to pause, and we need to finish. And then I just want to think about it. It's not that late, so it's okay. We can have a bonus. I'm not saying it's early. We're doing well. We're doing well. Let's look at the time. Yeah, it's just over 2 hours and 15 minutes. And we actually have more viewers than we've had the whole time right now. Okay. All right. So get y'all stuff ready as I'm going to hit play on the toast finale with Rose and I. And it's the shortest toast finale ever because it was live, not Zoom. I even have one that says toast. So you only got about 2 minutes from this when I hit play. I don't even know what you said. I have no memory, so you're joking, and I don't even remember because I'm hungry and tired. And ghost story. I don't know. Why don't you put in your requests for next time? Karaoke, all that. I've got the gear, but I haven't warmed up. Oh, speaking of karaoke, my almost all black lit crew, which had when New York and when everyone else said bleep it earlier than some states, I was in a Zoom karaoke crew, as most of you know, and a flashback to my life as an African American, being the only white person often. Destiny, who might have been watching for a bit, said she's going to bring it back soon. I said, great, because I want to break in the house with some karaoke. So we'll do it then, and by next month or next show or whatever, if you want to hear more of that. But let's just carry on. Shut this guy up. And so here comes, bless me, here comes the Zoom chat, and with Rose, and then I'll be back for the toast. I know, I get it. It's a good joke. We could do it. I just need to make sure I order food. I have leftovers. Shh. Stop distracting me. See what you guys do? You know we're too deep into the show for me not to be distracted. By the way, my shirt was supposed to be shown off better, but instead I was dealing with getting 9 important news snippets an hour before the show while hoping to run a test because of all these problems. You can't see the shirt. You've seen the shirt, but I'm going to show it again, and then I'm going to hit play. And hey, by the next show, I found my better camera. I'm not going anywhere because I don't want to lose my parking spot. Tomorrow, radio, 4 to 6. www.kmrd.fm, Metaphysical Biscuit. George Harrison's birthday, we'll have to deal with that. We lost Screaming Trees. I'm not going to use my brain. Mark Lanigan, right? And then we also lost, not quite so young, one of the leads from Procol Harum. So those are things that are going to be in the radio show tomorrow, 4 to 6. I'll post the info if you want to listen. And here we go with the toast finale. And then the, yeah, you like my, it's the one thing I found. And then we'll be back to toast. And then have the musical finale and see about bonus. All right. Does this thing work anymore? Okay, here we go. Action! Oh, hey, well, that was wonderful, Rose. Grandma, thank you.
Oh, well, you're welcome. I don't think you need to be talking because this is supposed to be a tribute to me.
Oh, that tickled. Well, yes, except for I realized what we can do is since the CDC mask mandate, the New Mexico mask mandate came out last week.
You're rambling some more. My goodness, this is Jules Rambles.
Well,
Put
you
that
were
on the bill.
We will, but you rambled too, and remember.
Oh, no. Yes,
but
I have my.
But
toast.
I have an idea, and we forgot one thing. That's okay. I thought that we could do, since the mask mandate is out and everything, we could do a live toast for them. But first, I don't think you showed them your adorable friend.
Oh, no, I left out Dr. Fauci, the man who's the world's sexiest, even if he is very small in that instance. But very cute.
And as you explained to us, a bit dangerous to be around. But there he is, and he has a good... even though we don't have to wear masks all the time, and the virus seems to have become more of an endemic than pandemic, we should still always try to be calm and definitely wash our hands, right? What do you think?
But you know who loves that doll the most is the cat Phoebe. But she's not playing. She doesn't like to stay in the living room.
She's too beautiful for all this.
Right.
Well, we're going to toast in a minute. Any final words for our good folks?
Where? What?
Them. Anything else you want to say to them before we do a toast?
What? I don't know. I'm mixed up.
That's okay. You're great. So
Did you
thank you.
write something?
I don't know how to write. Do I look like I can read and write? I'm from Baltimore.
Oh, no.
They don't teach us that.
Well, you could join the great courses.
I guess I better. Well, I think maybe it's time for me to get out of here. What do you think, Rose?
Oh, yes. Time to go.
We're going to...
Don't want to overstay our welcome.
No, but we'll cheers them.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you. And we are going...
Cheers to you too, Buster.
To Buster. And we're going to do... Everybody get your cup because we're going to do a cheers to our beloved, devoted, loyal Rose Provan and her great Grandma Speaks.
My goodness. I have to hit myself in the head after that.
And cry. And drink.
Yes.
Enjoy.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. And
Yum.
since we have this, and coach. Oh, hi. Oh, where did it go? I was going to try to segue properly. All right. Hi. Okay, so, thank you. Y'all got your toast ready? But we still have the music. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the Empire. The Empire's everywhere. They're in Ukraine right now. Get out of the Ukraine Empire. We'll win. We're rebels. The rebels always win in the end. It just takes a while. Meow, 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 meow. We have buffalo. See, they tried to kill the buffalo, but they didn't. They can't kill the furry Ukrainians either. Coopersmids live on. I typed in Coopersmid, Baltimore, and Coopersmid, and the first one that came up was Baltimore. Not anybody I knew, so maybe might not be the only Coopersmids that became Rubens. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna pour this. I just want to show you these cups. Not use them. And that was useful. Ready? Where's the other cup? Well, this is the one Susie said that I like the other one better. Bob Dylan's. The best thing Bob Dylan did. Yeah. So Reverend Todd Snyder, I got tickets, row BB 3 and 2. Couldn't be more perfect. In May, the top price was $35 or something. The lowest price for Bob Dylan coming sooner in a shitty venue compared to it. Todd's playing at a great venue in Albuquerque, the Lobo, that hardly even does shows. Dylan's playing at practically a casino again, but not. Cheapest is $65. So the boomers can go enjoy that. I won't. The live stream is great, but I'm not going to pay for that. You got to get there. We're Santa Fe. Anyway, all right. I'm pretending like I'm closer to this age than that age. If I didn't do that properly, this one says 50. I'm going to pour my toast into 40. I don't feel like changing. Oh, no, I am watching this one. I don't know. Definitely getting tired. All right. Got a tiger beer. Roar. Has anybody said anything? Are you there? Excellent. Great Turner Group. Yes, the song is coming up, but we toast. You can't come in here after 13 months and break the traditions. Thank you for coming. This is how we do it. So we toast, we play music, and I come back and we say bye. And sometimes we have bonuses, sometimes we don't. But first, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, get your toast ready, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you all. What, no cheers, no toasts? Oh, they were already there. Haha, sorry. Okay. So here comes the Great Turner Group song from their new album. Oh, and I was going to show you. Oh, there you're going to see an image. That was the last thing I found right before starting the show. So maybe I don't need to find the book if I lost it. There. That's okay. I'll find it by the song. Oh, there. Turner's book, new album, The Great Turner Group. And you can get the book, Confessions of an Angry Samoan. I've seen that they're online. There's podcasts and things that he's done. And so congrats to Mr. Turner for his grumpy further successes. And I lost the button. I wanted to make cute sounds again. Because I think you guys should take another drink. There you go. Have another drink. Take a load off Julesworks. Take a load off Livestreams. Take a load off Julesworks fans. And you put the load right on me. All right. Do we want the show to ever end?
No.
Will we stop doing our live streams? No. Are we starving and need food? Will we play Gray Turner's song in just a second? Has this been a great show?
I said no.
Well, you're an asshole. All right, here we go. That was the perfect one. Yeah, no, I got the book out, and we played the songs over last year. He pre-sent it to me, and he's doing well. Yes, it is the year of the tiger. That's effing right. Rawr. And let's see, can you see these guys? These are my lion, cat, bear, cat, tiger. Stella has spent the entire show in bed again. Okay, here comes the Turner song, and I'll be back.
lights turned on. Well, how long has it been since you've been gone? And now as the years decay, I still can't let go of that day. Those men said you were bad and they took you away. I heard you call my name, I hear it every day. There's no escape and I can't wait. It's the price that I must pay. I walk out into the street, and each new set of eyes I meet, they're cold and distant marbles made of stone. Must I surrender to this madness, to negotiate such a life of sadness? There's no place left to go, to be alone. I heard you call my name, I hear it every day. There's no escape and I can't wait. It's the price that I must pay. Could this be some kind of weird illusion that's settling in my mind to ease the pain? The shadows creep with secret dark delusion. Oh, they contaminate my moments of the day. I heard you call my name, I hear it every day. There's no escape and I can't wait. It's the price that I must pay. That's right, I heard you call my name, I hear it every day. There's no escape and I can't wait. It's the price that I must pay. Alright.
Well, hello there. So that's it. Thank you, Great Turning Group. That was I Heard You Call My Name. And as I don't know Luke's name, I'm sorry. I don't think Billy's in on that one, in this album that they just did. Not sure. I don't think so. But I have, especially during quarantine, I did have some interaction with Billy online. She's talking about Billy Bill Miller, who is an absolute musical genius, who is also insane. He doesn't live in Santa Fe. Most insane people live in New Mexico. Like, truth or consequences. Anyway, someone said yes. One person said yes to a bonus, I think. How about a bonus Turner song? Type yes or no. And then thank you all. So we had the Rose salute. I think she's gone. Margot, happy birthday, February. Stay tuned about March. Like I said, I'm turning that light off because it's bothering me. And you know what I look like. Ugly. Need a haircut. Yeah, thank you all. We still have enough people. You want another Turner song? I need an answer. But anyway, so while you're answering, that's no pee off. I don't even remember who we're saying insane or not. I wasn't calling Turner insane, was I? His tastes are insane. Anyway, no, we heard the David Tom song, so I'm looking at my notes. So anyway, the intro stuff, we had the song that Mr. Jim Jones just won Best Award song, Old Horse and Old Man in the intro. Under Skies Like These and Turkey in the Straw from David Tom's Live. I gave you the link at the Majestic Theater. I do have easily queuable a couple other of the new Turner songs. If you want that as a bonus, I can do that. Okay, so I will do that. I just want to thank everybody, and then we can do that. Thanks to Lance, and let's hope Lance, the puppet, Jerry News, besides carrying on with Jerry News, gets into New Mexico School for the Arts. Let's hope that if he does, he doesn't pull a Steve Rommel and that just fucking move on like some of these people do. Not that we care, we know that jerk in the show. But some people have had a tendency to join Julesworks and then move on to, say, doing Joe West and Shakespeare, or like Johnny Broomdust becoming a Dagon Whitell monk. That's fine. But doing Shakespeare is stupid. Well, artists, you know. I will repeat, because I don't know if you've heard this much yet. I don't know if you remember Jim Turr, you probably would. From the only Jew from Las Vegas, New Mexico. Anyway, he cracked me up, so I'm just going to be quoting him for a long time. He said he was slightly worried that with the Siler Yards thing here, that they were gathering all of the artists in one housing project, like they said it was a camp, you know. Only Jews can go full on with the joke. But anyway, that perhaps they were calling it government funding housing and gathering us here to eliminate us, so that Santa Fe can become nothing but Californians, labs, nuclear, and Texans. But I don't think it's true. As a matter of fact, it's not. As a matter of fact, it's destroying that machine. And some people have, including the mayor probably, who somehow got reelected. Somehow. I saw Mayor David Koss. He's a good guy. And Mayor Lopez, by the way, who I don't know why everybody hated, and now he's dead at 54 of cancer. 2 years. So that is why I do not put up with bullshit. Because I'm like, I'm 48. I'm not going to leave work or wherever I am with someone mistreating me and then possibly find out I have cancer or get hit by a texter or a drunk driver. So that's the message. Yes, we had a performer, Johnny Broomdust. You've heard me talk about tall people, and Aaron Becker, who I grew up with, who has won 1 million New York Times bestseller books. He doesn't like when I say, and he's not watching, that, but we did when we were kids, and then on Facebook, first for United People, you know, he's one of those people that by the third time does everything well, whereas I never do anything well, but it didn't stop me. Anyway, I'm not a bad lobster. What? Oh, Johnny's also one of those people. He was a lawyer. He's like a big shot lawyer in Seattle. He was almost a professional baseball player. And then he decided to become a great musician when he lived in New Mexico, and he was great. And he was all burly Facebook memories. Oh, by the way, that was very rude of Facebook today to tell me I had no memories. The only good thing about Facebook now are the memories. And it was like, you have no memories. I was like, what? I've been eradicated? Anyway, Johnny Broomdust was in our show for a while with Eric Davis, who my chat would know. Anyway, he was a great musician, and he asked to be part of the show to do acting, and then he went on, though he didn't leave Julesworks the way Rommel did, to do Joe West and Shakespeare and other plays, and he had never acted. But then he decided, he started with the Upayas, no, not Upaya, anyways, in Breadloaf, which is where Nicola is almost, but for different reasons. He started meditating with the monks, and now he's become a second-level monk. He left. If you watch a future show, I have a great rendition from an early quarantine show of him and his lady out there, who I did meet when I visited, doing You've Got a Friend, but other people have seen it. I know, but I'm Jewish, I say that. But growing up, I wasn't, number one, I didn't win things, and that was fine, so you get used to it. And then tall people always get the lead part. It doesn't matter. I'm the one that got to go back a few years later to high school and right on the board of the drama teacher who kept giving me smaller parts said, hey, guess what, Ms. Raga? I have a troupe in New Mexico, write, direct, acting plays. How about that? So it's not like I proudly say that I was the worst member of one of the best school bands, because half of them are professionals. There were only 9 white people, and I was the worst, and that's okay. I did it. Music. Don't argue. No! All right, speaking of music, and I'll be back. Maybe. Yeah, there's lots. I could have said sadder things. One thing I almost said at the beginning was if you saw that photo that this is weird and sad, and so I'm not gonna end with this. But right after the Super Bowl, Shamari O'Connor, with whom I grew up in Baltimore, found a photo of the 1992 swim team, and wasn't really a joke. Said that that's probably the most white people you would ever have seen me in a photo with, half black, half white, which is not the ratio of my high school. The photo that from senior day that's online, that's me and all black kids, is more like what you would see. Anyway, he posts that for no reason, and then he writes me, and then we end up chatting, which was great. And then he writes me that he just found out after just randomly posting that photo that one of the brothers in the photo, Sean, did pass away, a couple years younger than me. He went to bed after the Super Bowl and didn't wake up. So I'm not trying to be a bummer, but that is, again, why it's like when people are being bleep holes, you say, no! Because any moment could be the last. So live it fully. And this is a cheers before a Turner song. And, you carry on. And, I will post my radio show while you're listening. And probably come back to say bye. But anyway, that's why I actually have to load the music. So before I say bye, I gotta keep talking. Or else we get silence. He said squinting as he looks to load the right song. Okay, I'm going to be quiet for a minute because I want... Do you hear that? You hear somebody walking in my head? I hear it. I feel it. Stand with us. That is definitely a problem with living here. But so be it. This song right here, because it's called Right Track Now. So it must be the one. Okay, I'll be right back after one more Your Bonus. Hi.
Writing you this letter to say I'm feeling better.
There's the button. What's that, Chewie? No, R2. The other way. That's right, R2, the Dagobah system. I had my Millennium Falcon handy. Alright, so my idea was, real quick, and then we're gonna go, right? I mean, I could do this and then play you what that other Turner song if you want. You decide. But since I hadn't opened these yet, I figure. By the way, you like my Peter O'Toole gave me this, and so did Pete Townsend. Ready? What's that? The new Steve Pulse record signed? See, you got a better drawing. Steve Pulse. You think I'm weird? Love the guy. I tipped him 666 in the live stream, and he looks at his phone and he goes, "Whoa, some fucking weird cool guy just tipped me 666." I'm like, "That was me, bitches." All right. And then what else did I get? There'll be an unboxing. Join. We have a Patreon. We have 1 member, so when more people join, and you said Johnny Cash's birthday. Well, what do you know? Listen to the radio tomorrow, and you might hear some community radio. That is. All right. Get some skitters. And ow. Hurt yourself. I didn't really hurt myself. That was a joke. So what's in this one? I don't know what's in all these boxes yet. There's 2 more. Oh, I know it. Easy. Ooh. What? This is a cleaning product. No, that's actually kind of cool though. I thought it was something else. That's pretty cool. For a cleaning product, I'm over Marvel movies. Captain America hand wash. Don't judge me. At least I'll be clean, bitches. Alright, let's see. I hope this is what I think it is. If not, then I get enough. I do have the George Harrison box set I still need to unpack. It's open, but we don't need to deal with that. This is not an unboxing video. That is what you get to see if anyone else joins my Patreon. Our Patreon. No. Okay, hold on. I'm supposed to have a Steve Pulse CD signed in a hat, but that's not there. That was more cleaning products. All right. Well, I guess that's it. What'd y'all say? Whoa. Love that. You are on the right track now. I think we're good, right? Thank you all. I need some food. And how long did this one go? I think it's a record for our concisest show. Let's stick with that. 2 hours, 35 minutes. That might not quite be true from the first few, but I think it is. And I think we should leave it at that. How many people are watching? Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you very much. My chat, thanks for joining for, I believe, the first time. And like I have said, but I'll say once more time because it matters, just like you all, is carrying on last Saturday of the month, unless somebody gets cast and things, and then we might do a Monday. But we're going to carry on monthly. And since I see, ooh, that'll put more Ukrainian hair on her chest. Jesus Christ. Someone said we're on the right track. I think we're on the right track. So any final things to type? I'm going to give you a little bit of time. I see a chink. So I'm going to get ready to end this. Thank you all so much. Thanks to Rose Grandma, of course, who I think went to snuggle the kitty and eat. Thanks to Margot Cole. Happy February birthday. Thanks to all y'all for joining. Thanks to Uncle Otis. Thanks to Susan Ram. Thanks to anybody who listens tomorrow. Yes, I always put up reminders. Are you kidding? I usually get told to shut up. But yes, I'm glad you caught it. It's timing. I mean, the only reason it wouldn't be the last Saturday of the month, and maybe you didn't catch that I said this, because you might not have joined that, is there's a, I missed auditions today from Teatro Paraguas for short plays by Joey Chavez, but they may put me in it, in which case I may not be able to do it Saturday at 5, last Saturday of the month at 5, but Mondays are what work otherwise with my schedule, so it would just be the last Monday of the month. But it'll be the last week of March. And then April's the birthday month. Shakespeare, Shirley MacLaine, Hitler, me, Hank Azaria, Al Pacino. I'm still working on moving April 24th. I like 24. I'm trying to toss Shirley MacLaine and Barbara Streisand and Diva Day to the 25th and swap for Hank Azaria and Al Pacino. Especially Al Pacino, because I'd much rather share a birthday with them. But I don't think you can do that. Anyway, thank you all. And who sends what automatically? All right. Time to go on hungry. I love you guys. Yes, I'm a tiger. What kind you think I'm a tiger? Anyway, one last thanks. Very grateful. Cheers myself. Can't do that. Certainly can't waste bourbon. All right. Is anybody even watching still? Yeah. Oh, well, no. Hey, Crip. Here is to the fact that the show's ending when you leave for the first time, I think. So we are leaving. Thank you. We're all leaving because I'm going to end it. Love you all. Goodbye.